Hello, and welcome to your second ClassLink video. In the first video, we talked about your different types of single sign-on applications and how to access your profile settings. This video will be more about how to customize your ClassLink screen. The first thing we're going to show you is how to update your password. Now remember, these are for those applications that ask you to enter your username and password that very first time. We showed you in the first video that you can update this in the profile settings. There is another way. You can go to an application and right-click and go to Update Password. You can either edit your username and password right there, or you may have to hit Edit under Action. Now I can change my username or my password. I can even click on the little eye symbol in order to see what my password says. And then I can make a change. I hit Save, and my new username and password has now been saved. The next thing that you can do to customize your screen is you can go to the app library. This will allow you to add new applications to your desktop. At the top left-hand corner, there's a plus sign. This is how you'll get to your app library. If you see an application in here that you would like to have on your screen, you would simply click Add. You can search for an application at the top right-hand corner, and at the bottom you can go through your different pages. And if you see an application, you can hit Add. The next piece that we're going to show you is your school district's library. That is going to be the library that has your school district's name. From here, you can also search through applications to add them. The last thing we're going to show you is the Add Your Own App button. Maybe you find a great website that you would like to have on your desktop, and almost like a bookmark. You would click Add Your Own App. From here, you can enter the name of the application, and you can enter the website. You can even change the icon and search for one to match your application. When you hit Save, it will add that as a web link to your desktop. At the top right-hand corner, I can close out of the app library. You'll see here's Google, the web link that I just created. When I click on Google, it's going to bring me to google.com. And you'll also see that you have ABC Ya and Atomic Learning, which you added right from the app library. The last thing that I'm going to show you is Edit Mode. To get to Edit Mode, you find the symbol at the top right of your screen that looks like a piece of paper and a pencil. You can do many things from Edit Mode. Everything that I show you from this point forward, you must be in Edit Mode to complete. If you do not see this big gray bar across the top of your screen, then you will not be able to do any of the following things. The first thing that you can do is you can move your applications around in any order. Maybe I use Pearson every single day, so I want to move this from the bottom of my screen to the top. I click and hold this application, and I drag it to the top of my screen, but I must drop it between two applications. Once I drop my application in and let go of the mouse, you'll see all of my applications move over and make room for it. Again, I could take Google and I can move that towards the bottom of my screen and drop it between two applications, and everything moves over and makes room for it. The next thing I can do is I can delete an application that I have added from the app library. If I decide I no longer want Atomic Learning, I can click on the X in the top right corner. It will delete it from the My App screen. If I decide I want this application back, I simply go back into the app library and click Add. If you notice, if I hover on top of Connect Ed, it has a lock in the top right corner. This means I cannot delete this application. It was given to me by the district. The next thing that you can do is you can create folders in order to organize your desktop. I can create these folders in two ways. The first is I can click on the new folder icon at the top of my screen. I can give my folder a name, and I can choose a color for that folder, and click Save. You now see I have a pink Tools folder. To put applications into this folder, I click and drag and hover on top of the folder. Once the folder becomes highlighted and my icon becomes small, I can let go of my mouse. You'll see I now have one application inside my Tools folder. I can add as many applications in here as I want. The other way that I can make a folder is by dragging one application on top of another. I could take Office 365 and drag it on top of Gmail. This will give me a new folder option. I let go of my mouse, and I now have a new folder. Now I can edit that folder so I can rename it and change the color by clicking on the edit symbol in the top right corner. I can name this folder Email, and I can change the color as well. And click Save. Here's my email folder. The next thing that I can do is I can decide maybe I don't want an application in one of these folders anymore. I'm going to open my Tools folder, and I no longer want Google Docs in here. At the top right corner of that application, you'll see there's an up arrow. This allows me to move the application out of the folder and back on the desktop. Here is my Google Docs application. I can also completely delete a folder if I no longer want it. I do not have to empty the folder to delete it. I simply hover over the folder and click on the X in the top right corner. This will delete the folder and move the application back on my desktop. And here's Evernote at the very end. The next thing that I can do in edit mode is I can change my icon style. I can make it go from square to round. I can change my icon size from small, medium, or large. I can change my font size from small, medium, or large. I can change my theme here right from edit mode. Maybe instead of red, I like purple. You may also be able to change your wallpaper if you're allowed. And remember, we were able to do these last two things right from our profile settings as well. When you're done, you can click Done Editing. At this point, the only thing that you can do is click on your applications and launch them. You can no longer do anything that we have done in edit mode. This is everything that you're going to learn from our second video. Let's talk about your tasks. The first thing you're going to do is add 2 applications from the app library. You could take this from any area of that library. The next thing you're going to do is go into edit mode. From there, you're going to create at least one folder. You can do this using any method that we have already shown you. You will make sure there are at least 2 applications in that folder. And you're going to rename that folder. Good luck, and I'll show you more in the third video.